So I opened up a little chat window on the side here, so I can focus on one spot to chat. A lot of people are talking to me right now in my Skype chat, but I got a bunch of other things going on, so I'm just gonna have the Twitch chat up here. So if you guys have any questions or comments, I'll go ahead and answer them here. So I was just closing things down on my desktop and I saw Bovada, so I double clicked it and was just curious if I had any money left in there. And I went ahead and checked, and I had like 40 something dollars. So I figured I'd join this tournament here. I forgot that one of my past recordings, you guys can check it out on YouTube, was where I went ahead and I got like a free $10 from some Bovada promotion, and then entered a tournament with that, and ended up doing fairly well and making a little over 40 bucks with that. So I'm gonna try to parlay that tonight. Doing pretty well so far. I'm getting asked in the chat, what does the 20 out of 124 in the bottom right mean? It's basically where I'm at in the tournament. Like right now I'm 31st out of 92 players, so I'm going to go ahead and update that. Let's see, 31 of 92, press OK. Cool, that's all updated. Just want to say hello to everyone that's watching. Thanks for watching. I should probably pay more attention to the tables. Haven't been getting good cards, but I can still probably take notes on people. And I've been trying to figure out music to play on the stream, but I can hear it right now, but apparently it's not playing on the stream, which is interesting. So I'm not really sure to fix that. I think a couple people actually prefer it that way, but I don't really want it to just be me sitting there in silence. You know, it's gonna be kind of weird. Would have hit the flush here, but obviously that would have been terrible to get it in. So right now my plan is just to kind of sit back, collect chips wherever I can, kind of pick up any notes that I can on other people. I got about 9,000 chips right off the bat. Some fish just donated his entire stack to me. He doubled me up and then doubled me up again. So I just kind of had that stack, and it's been slowly dwindling away. One of the other hands that I played is I raised king queen, and some guy 3-bet me, and some guy 4-bet shoved, and I just folded, and that was just the last hand that I played. Other than that, it's pretty much just sitting here and folding. Yeah, this is one of the reasons why I don't like tournaments, is you just kind of like sit around and fold forever, and then you finally get a hand and hopefully you win some 60-40 or 70-30 or 80-20. Usually tournament grinders have a bunch of tournaments up, and then hopefully if they go deep, you know, they can just keep all their focus on one tournament that they're going deep in. But as I mentioned earlier, I only have $40 in my Bovada account, so It's just a one shot and kind of watching, and hopefully it turns out good. Interesting here, we got a donk bet and then a shove. It's kind of weird. Got sevens under the gun, probably just going to be folding this. Unless the under the gun player limps. The reason why I just open fold sevens is because as a short stack it doesn't play too well. I can't really like raise and then get it in a lot, at least not profitably. I can't really set mine that much with it just because I'm putting on so much of my stack pre-flop. So sevens don't really have that much value when you're out of position as you get shallow, other than of course just open jamming it if you've got a short enough stack. Now, unfortunately I would have hit a set here, but most of the time you don't hit sets, and I'll just be in a spot, like an awkward spot post flop, where I'll have to c-bet once and try to bluff it, and I'd be putting in most of my stack. I think open limping's a little passive too. This guy's been really aggressive, this player 119. I'm not sure if he's just been getting good cards or if he actually has stuff. I think it was the last hand where he went ahead and donked the monotone ace-high flop and then folded to a shove. But here he was raising flop and then just shoving turn. I think here he could have a lot of queen x, flush draws, straight draws, any sort of combo draw. You could definitely have like an ace high flush draw that hit an ace on the turn. That's just shoving. He could have a decent amount of stuff in his range, but all of it's gonna be really strong. So I guess in the downtime I'll kind of update you guys a little bit on what's going on with me with poker. I went ahead, if you guys have been following on YouTube, I have a build a bankroll challenge, and I went ahead and started with $230, and just followed proper bankroll management, got up to about $2,100. I played again today, and it's up a little higher than that, like 2,250 or so. Been playing a little bit of 100 NL and a little bit of 50 NL lately, but more I pretty much haven't really been playing online that much. I've been playing a lot of live poker, and I've been hitting up a lot of casinos in my local area, and really been doing well with live poker. I went up about $5.2 thousand in about 2.5 weeks or so, and I think it was 2 nights ago, I ended up doing really terribly. I got in sets where people backed or hit flush draws and kind of sucked out. Then I got in spots where I had top 2 pair, got it all in against overcards, and they hit a set on the turn. Just like, okay. Here I'm getting around 2-1, but it's not really worth it for me. Since I have 6 high and it's going to be committing a lot of my chip stacks, I'm actually just going to fold here. So yeah, I've been in a lot of really tough live spots lately where it's just standard run bad, but since it's live poker and it goes at such an extremely slow pace and it's for so much money relative to online, it hurts quite a bit. So I decided I'm going to take this weekend off, which kind of sucks because I was originally planning on going down to San Francisco and hitting up Bay 101 and all those places down there. So here we have this guy go ahead and open really huge, and he's a short stack. My plans here are just to shove over the top of him for value. It's going to be interesting if other people come along though. Well, I'm actually just going to fold here. There's no reason to try to like getting these huge spots and hopefully I hold, but I'd much rather be heads up. Oh wow, this other guy just cold calls. Interesting, so the guy just shoved with 10 jack suited, and luckily he did that because the other guy woke up with pocket kings and would have hit a set on me and stacked me, and that would have been it. So luckily for me, that's just the way the hand ran out. This player 119 guy is raising again. He seems to be raising quite a bit, but there's not too much I can do about it except for waiting for hands. Unfortunately, ace-9 offsuit isn't a very good hand, so I'm not going to play that. Got a couple new people watching the stream. Just want to say hello, guys. Doing pretty well so far. The number in the bottom right is my place and how many people are left. So there's 30. I'm 31st out of 92, but there's been some action lately. So let me go ahead and update that. So now I'm 36 out of 81. So I haven't really been playing hands, so my rank is kind of dropping a little bit, but that doesn't really matter that much. As long as I just stay with a pretty decent sized stack. I mean, your rank doesn't really matter until you get, basically until you get to the final table or bust or whatever. But it's, you know, if you talk to a lot of new poker players, it's kind of funny. They'll stack like 3 people right off the bat and be like, "Hey, I'm first out of 2,000 people right now." And it's like, yeah, but where are you going to be in an hour or in 2 hours or at the end of the tournament? So I don't know, it's not too important to look at, but I think it's kind of fun and interesting, so I go ahead and update that as much as possible. I'm being asked, when do you think they'll get back to legalizing online poker everywhere in the US? As far as everywhere is concerned, I don't think it's going to be for a while, but statewide, I think it's going to happen relatively soon. I know that New Jersey and Nevada have some stuff that they're working on. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be the same where people can just go into Poker Stars or anything like that, though. I think it's just gonna be statewide stuff. King Queen here is actually probably a fold, but let's go ahead and play it. The little green numbers, they represent my place in the tournament and how many people are left in the tournament. So right now I'm 36th place out of 81 people left. And I think about 200 people started, 150 to 200, somewhere in there. So not too bad so far. I got pretty good positioning to position myself for a deep run. Oh, okay. I'm being asked, what do the numbers in the colored box represent? If you guys have never played on Bovada before, their software is so dumb. You don't have a screen name or anything. Everything's an anonymous table. So you're basically just, when you sit down, you're assigned a number. Like in a tournament, I was the 177th person to register for the tournament. So you just literally, that's how people know who you are. And then as soon as I leave the tournament, I'm just anonymous again. So for instance, if you're playing cash tables, I could sit down at a cash table and you have no idea who I am, and you can start taking notes on me. So for instance, you can click the note tab and find whatever player I am. Say player 1, you can write some sort of note, and you say, give me a fish, and then save it. Well, that note's going to be completely gone as soon as that person stands up from the table. So yeah, the software really sucks. They purposely do that just because they want to encourage a lot of fish to play and not really many regulars, which is kind of weird. but that's what they do. Their site's pretty soft and it gets quite a bit of traffic, but it's insanely tilting because obviously you can't have a HUD, and also you can't take notes on people and tell who anyone is. So you kind of just have to play and hopefully identify people as they go along. Looks like that one guy just got it in with Ace King, and then it's just Ace High, and he ended up hitting an Ace on the river. Let's go ahead and see what that was all about. That's another tilting thing, is that you can't really the hand histories, you have to go through their hand history thing, and that's really tilting. Looks like this guy just raised a huge pre-flop. Yeah, I can't even tell what happened. Maybe they just got it in pre-flop. The animation looked like they got it in on the turn, but maybe I'm wrong there. Wow, so King 8 just got it in against King 9 and binks the 8 like a champ. So this guy's open limping under the gun. He's probably just a fish. So I'm going to go ahead and label him now. And they're just giving me a free look at the flop with 9 deuce offsuit. Hopefully I hit 2 pair or something, otherwise I'm probably just going to give up. Sometimes people like to limp under the gun and try to trap or something goofy, so there's no point of getting out of line here. He just snap calls. It's interesting. This guy's just leading out really tiny, multiple streets. Pretty standard fold here with 7-6, no matter what happens. So for the tournament here, right now I'm 41st out of 71. I can go ahead and update that. I think it's the top 27 that get paid though. So I'm getting there. Yeah, the top 27 people get paid, and first prize is about $2 grand. So hopefully I win that. That'd be nice. I would just immediately cash out. I don't have any intentions of playing on Bovada. So yeah, if you guys like my stream, I'd appreciate it if you favorited it. I don't stream that often, but when I do, I usually try to have something fun. This is just a one table tournament, so it's not going to be as exciting, but usually I try to have some cash tables going and try to have some people online to talk with, so I'm not just talking to myself basically. But yeah, it's good fun. I have a couple of people watching that aren't able to use the chat feature. They let's see. They said they got to a place where it got captchas, so I think they have to sign up for an account. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think Twitch allows you to watch for free, but to chat you have to have an account. So I would recommend getting one because I like to watch lots of streams on Twitch, but I'll go ahead and stream myself every now and again. Thanks for following my stream, Opie. Let's see, move this here. Register through the main site. There it gives captchas. Oh, okay. So we're about a 5-minute break. I'm gonna go grab some food to eat, and I'll be right back. I'll be back in like a minute or two. So be right back, guys. Alright, what's up, guys? I'm back. Got my grinder food, got my buffalo jerky, and got my grapes. It's a snack of champions. So just want to say hi and hello to everyone that just joined. I'm on a break right now for the tournament. It says it's gonna resume within about 4 minutes. Let's go ahead and update my standings real quick. I don't think it changed much since last time. 43rd of 67 players, so not too bad. Again, I don't really care which place I'm in. Obviously until I bust. But as long as I just keep my chip stack at a good amount, then I can go ahead and have some sort of standing to get deep in the tournament. Let's see. Kenny has to pee apparently. Thanks for letting us know. Not sure how many players the tournament started with. Let me check. It says 225. Yeah, it's for everyone to grab snacks and go pee or whatever. Yeah, I'm one of the instructors on grinderschool.com, but I also have a YouTube channel. If you want to check it out, youtube.com/knitregpoker. And I also have a website, knitreg.com, nitreg.com. Yeah, someone probably could exploit me at the tournament. The thing is that it's an anonymous tournament, so it's gonna be hard for them to know. I mean, they probably could figure it out, but it's gonna be hard for them to know who's who. Um, Also, like I said, I got a free $10 from Bovada, and I played a tournament. I actually streamed that and recorded it, and put it up on YouTube if you guys want to check it out. Did pretty well with that, and ended up winning like 40 something dollars. And then I just rediscovered that money today. I opened up Bovada just to see, if I had any money left in there. I saw it on my desktop, and I was like, oh hey, I haven't played there in a while. So opened it up, found $40, and jumped on the first tournament that I saw. So cool. Thanks Adabek for subscribing. Really appreciate it. I haven't been putting out a lot of videos in the last few days. I've been playing a lot of live poker, and that lifestyle is a little bad. It's basically leave at 6 p.m. at night and get home in the early morning, and then get as much sleep as possible. Wake up, do school, then right as soon as class gets out, go ahead and jump back into some more live poker games. So not a good lifestyle, but I'm gonna take a few days off, kind of study more for school. I have some midterms coming up. I don't know if you guys have ever tried buffalo before, but buffalo jerky is amazing. Trader Joe's, they have sweet and spicy buffalo. It's really good. So I get kings my first hand because I'm awesome like that. Go ahead and raise it up. So for tournament strategy, there's a concept called an M, which is basically the ratio of your stack size relative to the pot, or no, I'm sorry, the size of the pot relative to your stack size. So if that ratio is 5 or lower, you should just start shoving with certain ranges. So obviously kings would be a really strong hand, but my M was about 6. So it's kind of this awkward size where it's a little too much to shove pre-flop, but it's also a little bit too low to really do much. Limping is obviously terrible, so I just decided to basically min-raise it. I like to make it weird sizes as well. This guy goes ahead and raises. He's been fairly active, so I'm just going to shove here and hopefully I run good and don't run into aces or anything else. I'm not sure how he can fold here with anything that he raises with. He's getting a really good price. Oh wow. Well, I'm happy with that. I mean, he put in a ton of money and just folded, which is always nice. So yeah, for the M, check it out now. $1,150 in the pot, 10,000 in my chip stack. So my M, oh, people limbs. My M is about 10, which is quite a bit. So Gator fan says that, well, obviously he's in Florida because he's a Gator fan. Says that there's a lot of poker rooms in Florida, which is pretty cool. I lived in the Tampa Bay area for 4 or 5 months, and the whole time I didn't go to a single poker room there. But back here in California, sorry if I'm talking with my mouth full. Back here in California, there's a lot of poker rooms too. There's like 3 or 4 next to my place, and there's some really good ones in the Bay Area, which is about 2 hours away. And then down south, where ultimately I want to go when I'm older. There's a ton of card rooms, plus some of the biggest ones in the world too, like the Bicycle Casino and Commerce. Yeah, apparently the Hard Rock was right next to me in Tampa, but I've only driven past it. I never actually went in there. Oh, nice. You live in San Jose. So, what is it? The Matrix? That's in San Jose. There's the Matrix Casino. I think there's a couple other ones in the San Jose area. Those are supposed to be pretty good. All right, later, Opie. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, so Ghost Mike asks, is your position updating live on stream at the bottom right? It's not quite live because I have to manually check it and then update it, but I update it like every 5 minutes or so. So that's kind of just the recent update. I was, whatever it says now, 43 of 67, but now I am 26 of 66. So I'll actually update that because I took a pretty nice little jump there. So 26 of 66. Okay. I mean, even since I typed that in, I dropped down to 28th instead of 26. So, I mean, I can't update it like every hand, obviously, but I update it every few minutes. Like I was mentioning before, I don't really care what position I'm in throughout the tournament because it doesn't really matter. It's like when people on their first hand, triple up, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm first place out of 2,000 people." Doesn't really mean anything because those players usually don't finish anywhere close to first place. So it's kind of the same thing. Like I don't really mind as long as I have enough chips to make it towards the final table. As long as I play well, then I'm gonna be happy. But I don't know. It's always fun to see where you're at a tournament and kind of see the pace of things and how if you're leading or whatever. So I go ahead and update it every now and again. It's exciting for me and it's exciting for other people too. So I'm tempted to play against this player 119 guy because he's super active at the table. I think he's raising almost every hand. Um, but it sucks because I don't have stats on him and haven't really been paying too much attention. And he's also double my stack, so I don't really want to play back and you know get owned. Yeah, these little numbers and colors, those are the players. If you've never played Bovada before, it's literally anonymous. So um, you don't even have a username. They just whenever you sit at a table, you're just a new player, whatever. I'm player 177 because I'm the 177th player that registered for this tournament. Um, it doesn't really mean anything, and as soon as I leave this tournament and sit up from the table, then I'm not player 177 anymore. So here this guy shoves, and I have to put in 2,000 to win 5,000. So I'm getting over 2 to 1, like 2.5 to 1 or something like that. I don't know, whatever. So that's a pretty easy clear call. Unfortunately, 9. Unfortunately, he had me dominated, and I was running pretty thin on drawing pretty thin on that flop there when he flops top pair. So unfortunately, kind of got into a bad spot there. Had okay equity, and just didn't hit. I really don't open my range in tournaments because it's different than cash games. In cash games, I know that it's deep, and in deep poker, I can outplay people post flop. Whereas tournaments, it's mostly pre flop. As you saw, I just raised 10 jack, and a guy shoves, and I have to call it with literally any two cards there. So you don't really want to be in those spots with just any random two hands. So I mean, you gotta play fairly tight in tournaments, and when you're around here, you kind of have a stack size. We were talking about the M concept earlier. I have about an M of 5, so it's just one of those stacks that you just want to fold or shove all in pre-flop. I love that I can eat grapes at wintertime, by the way. That's so amazing. So delicious. I think the store said they were from Chile or Peru or something like that. Wherever they're from, thank you. I appreciate these grapes. They're delicious. Yeah, so at full ring cash, I mean, cash games at full ring, I'm playing pretty tight throughout the whole table, but I can do stuff like raise pocket eights under the gun. Whereas this tournament, I probably can't. Given our stack sizes, I would either have to like shove or fold. And also tournaments, I mean, in this spot, I'm literally just looking to shove or fold. Whereas cash games, I'm expecting to play post flop in a lot of spots, since I'm not going to get it in pre flop that much. So my whole focus in cash games is to play a lot of hands that will play well post flop. Whereas here, it doesn't matter how well a hand plays post flop, because you're going to get it all in pre flop. So you want hands that do really well by getting it in pre flop. So you're not going to be playing a lot of suited connectors, suited aces, stuff like that. You're going to be looking for a lot of like really high cards and pairs to just get it in with pre flop. This player 119 has been super aggressive, but I don't think I've ever seen him show down a hand yet. Maybe I'm just not paying attention or something, but um, it seems like he's involved in almost every pot, just constantly raising. Would have flopped the nuts there. Would have ended up chopping with that guy. He would have been free rolling me for the 7 or the club. So I'm gonna check out that last hand and see what happened. It's hard to tell with this. Um, there's no way to really follow the hand, I don't think. Oh, wait. So I guess he raised pre-flop. UTG plus 3. Small blind. I don't know. I have no idea how to read this. I'm not gonna lie. Bovada is some really terrible software. which is unfortunate because there's a lot of fish on the site. Very interesting too that this guy just got it all in with 9-10 suited, which means that I can't really shove that wide against him. So hands like pocket fives go up in value against him, but for example, if he just called there in the small blind, I couldn't really jam my Jack 3 offsuit. Fives are going to be a fold to an under the gun raiser, and also this other guy called. If I shove here, fives are going to have to go multi-way. Even if no one has an overpair, my hand's going to be losing more times than not, and I don't really want that. So here's the tourney info. Basically, every 12 minutes the blinds go up. Guess I would have tripled up there, but I'm in the right fold, I think. We're at 300, 600 with 60 ante, so right here. So it's me 400, 800 next, then just kind of go up from there. Yeah, I mean, you can go all in with pocket fives. The problem is it doesn't play very well against most people's under the gun raising ranges, especially when another guy calls. Like, it's just really not going to do all that well. And somehow I moved to a new table and I'm the big blind. Just kind of frustrating. I'll go ahead and open up poker stuff and kind of show you. Let's see. So me, I'm gonna have pocket fives. Let's say under the gun's opening range is like, I don't know. Let's just say it's the top 10%. Even though he's probably not going to be opening some of these. Like, let's say he opens ace 10, sevens, like folds queen 10 suited. Let's just say that this is around his range. And that other guy, the other guy was really active. He's playing all these hands. He's probably playing any Broadway as well. I could probably see him playing any suited A's. He got some other couple random hands as well, but this isn't meant to be perfect. So if we go ahead and evaluate here, fives is a 30% favorite, which is pretty good. But the thing is, this isn't a cash game. Well, here's a pretty easy thing. There's 1,400 in the pot. I got a little under 400 4,000 my stack. Got ace king, pretty easy all in here. Hopefully I run good. Or you can fold and I'll take all his money, which is nice too. So 33% of the time I'm gonna triple up, and then 2/3 of the time I'm gonna the tournament. Now it's not that bad of a spot, I guess. Like, it's pretty close to even equity if I give him these ranges. The one problem is that I don't really want to be out of the tournament 2/3 of the time and get myself in a bunch of these spots. I'd much rather get in spots where I have like a 60% edge or something against the opponents. Also, if I shove there, I would have close to no fold equity. So I want at least some fold equity. I don't want to be calling off my stack that often. Here, there's about 2,500 in the pot. I could potentially shove, but I'm actually just gonna fold this, just because I think the under the gun raisers it's gonna call a lot, or under the gun +1, and I don't, people like this will trap a lot, and I don't really want to get in a spot where I put in half my chips with something that's probably gonna be the worst hand. Now, if everyone folded to me, I would have shoved there for sure. But seeing how I have no fold equity, I think it's fine to fold. So I'm in 46th place right now. My stack's getting pretty short. 46 out of 51. So we're getting closer to being in the money, but we're still a decent amount away. So I'll go ahead and update this. Basically need to double up sometime soon. Unfortunately, I got in that spot where I had to get in 10 jack against ace 10, which is not a good spot for me, but it's in a spot where I had to call it off, and unfortunately I didn't hold up. I turned a gut shot, but didn't complete. Yeah, so basically it's Bovada, so everyone's anonymous, so I don't know anything about these new players. I kind of just have to pay attention and hopefully get anything, any sort of information that I can. But right now I'm pretty much in a mode where I'm just going to basically just be looking at my hands and go all in or fold based on what I have, not any sort of reads that I pick up on my opponents. So like one thing we can pick up is I think this guy like open limped and then min stabbed, and kind of interesting here. The big blind goes for this check raise, so I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah, I agree, Ghost Mike. Bovada is kind of dumb. Like, you can get some reads on people very short term, but it doesn't save it because you don't know who any of these players are. No one even has screen names or anything. Fortunately, people at this site are generally really bad. So, I mean, I can just sit here and click buttons, and in the long run, I'll win. Just because I have a general basic strategy that works better than most fish that are just trying to save your hand. Um, yeah, They have all the stuff for the fish. They got the rabbit hunts and all sorts of stuff. Um, yeah, I don't know. If you want to play against a lot of fish, then you got to put up with a lot of stuff like that. There's no HUD, kind of sucks. But there's a lot of fish on the site. You can deal with all the annoying stuff. Yeah, pretty much. Even if you could get stats on people, it wouldn't know which people it is because no one has screen names or anything. Ooh, excuse me. I'm just player 177 of this tournament, which doesn't really mean anything. If I go onto another table, I'll just be player whatever. So here with the ace four suited, I'm probably just gonna fold. Um, it's just a sucky spot. Let's see. Yeah, it's just a bad spot. Somebody asks, are they fast with paying your money? I cashed out once, and I think it came pretty fast. I'm in college right now, but they sent it over to um, my parents' house actually. That's where I registered from. I was moving around, and I just needed a permanent address for my account. So they sent it to my parents, and then I visited them on Christmas, and they gave me the envelope. They're like, "Hey, you got some mail," and I can't remember when I cashed out the last time, but I think it was a while ago. So I'm not sure how long it takes. I think I've heard online that it's fairly fast though. So as you can see right now, there's a bunch of people just going all in, and basically just have to wait for my hand. Yeah, I gotta shove sometime soon. My M is super low. It's less than 2. And M basically means how many orbits can you go around before you're entirely blinded out. So once it gets around to this orbit, once I go through the blinds, I'm only gonna have about, or a little less than 2,000 chips left, and that's not very good, obviously. Oh, excuse me. It all is grapes. So here, probably just gonna fold this. This is where I don't know tournament strategy that well. I think this might actually technically be a shove because the M. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, do I really see myself in the next 2 hands getting anything that's better than this that often? And the answer is I don't think so. Yeah, Ghost Mike in chat says shove any Ace X and King X. I think I kind of have to. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have much to work with in terms of my stack, so I kind of just have to take something with decent equity and go with it. Let's see how much time's left in the level. Level. Wait, next break. Next level's in 5 minutes. 6-7 suited. Just gonna go ahead and fold this because it's, even though this looks like a nice hand, it's only 7 high, and 7 high doesn't show down very well. Not in a very good spot in this tournament. I probably should have managed my chip stack a little bit better. Right now I'm in dead last place, which doesn't really mean anything like I mentioned before. All that matters is that I have chips behind me. Like if I shove there, there's no way this guy's gonna fold, so I don't really want to get in 7 high pre-flop against any random hand. Because even now, even if these guys don't have any hands, I have the nut low, so they're gonna win with any 2 cards. There we go. I'm finally in the big blinds. There's not a good spot to be in, and I have an ace. This is gonna suck if someone raises, because I probably can't do anything but get it all in. But if everyone folds around, I kind of like my chances with my hand. So this guy shoves all in. He has me covered, but given stack sizes and everything, I have to call it off. Unless this other guy calls. So now I just gotta call it off and hopefully I run good. Okay, so I have him beat pre-flop and he binks, but I re-bink and woo, yeah, 2-pair. I needed that. Not gonna lie, I needed that. Wasn't the best flop ever though. Top pair with the gut shot for him, and bink the 3-outer on the turn like a champ. That's how you do it, I guess. Alright, so let's go ahead and check this out now. I'm spot number 33 out of 42. So I'll update that. It looks like there's a lot of action in this hand. I really want to win first place in this. First place is around $2,000. That would be pretty sweet. Yeah, I mean, he could have any ace or any pocket pair, but he was short stack also on the button, so his shoving range is going to be fairly wide there. He's just like us. He's got to shove a really wide range. So he could have any Broadway, any ace X, any king X, any pocket pair, obviously. He could even have something like 10-8 suited, or I don't know. These are just randoms on Bovada, so who knows what they have. And I think ace high does fairly well against the shoving range, especially when I was getting a really good price. I think the price was, I'm gonna say 3-1. I might be wrong there. I can't remember what the pot size was. Yeah, gotta look for another spot to shove in. So far, 1 for 1 with all-ins, which is not too bad. And it looks like some of the shorter stacks are falling out now too. And spot number 27 through 1 get paid. So I'm getting fairly close to that. There's 39 players left, which means another 10 players or so drop out, and I'm there. Spot 32 of 39. So, getting there. Just have to play solid. Hopefully I get some good cards and go for it. Oh, here we go. I am all in. Oh no! I tried to go all in, but I accidentally pressed pot. Oh no. This is gonna be tragic if someone just flats. No, tracking software actually doesn't work with Bovada. The reason is because it's anonymous software. As you can see, I'm just player number 177. It doesn't really mean anything. Like, as soon as I go to another table, I'll just be player 1 or whatever. No one has screen names or anything, so it's just literally playing against anonymous players that you have no idea who they are. Yeah, and good thing no one just flatted and owned me. So, putting in like 80% of my stack worked. Did not mean to do that. Got the deuce 7 offsuit. Oh no. Okay, thank you. I was about to say, if that guy didn't reshove, I might have actually had to call it deuce 7 offsuit. Just getting a good price. Alright, so we got another victim. Yeah, there's no way that it could track IPs or anything. On the client, it just shows, on the poker client, it just shows the screen here with all sorts of people and whatever. I'm actually going to go ahead and shove here. Got an Emma 3. And this guy's short stack 2, so he's probably going to be trying to nurture his stack. It's basically all in here if he calls. And I doubt he's going to call off unless he's got a big hand. Oh man, 10-8. Damn it. Okay, so that's the thing that sucks about not having a HUD is apparently that guy just wants to risk his entire chip or his entire tournament life just calling off with queen high, like queen 6 offsuit. Had I known that, I wouldn't have shoved there. Obviously, I just figured he was going to be playing tight since he was close to the money. That didn't work out too well. So I ended up being 35th place total. No money. Really close. 27 people get paid, and I got 35th. So a little upset there. Had I known that, I wouldn't have shoved that he was a fish, but that's kind of what having no HUDs does. So unfortunately, that's going to be that. I want to say thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I can do this again sometime. A little disappointed with this time, but you know, what can you do? All you can do is get in the best you can, and hopefully you run good. So anyway, thanks guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.